DeMarcus Cousins in his prime was 100% the best center in the NBA. It's just ownership, a revolving door of head coaches really limited himself from ever even making the playoffs, which is a damn shame. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be rebuilding, I believe this is going to be the 2013 Kings. So yeah, this team is built around DeMarcus Cousins. We are going to just kind of go for him, just build around him, and hopefully just win a championship, get him that ring. We also have Tyreke Evans, who was a Rookie of the Year at one point. We have Isaiah Thomas. We have Steven Jackson towards the end of his career. Some other names you'll remember is James Johnson, John Salmons. We still have Jimmer Fredette. But either way, the team isn't great, and we all knew that, but we are going to be doing a rebuild just mainly for DeMarcus Cousins. And yeah, we are starting off this is the 2012-2013 season. I think we could start off maybe making a trade right away. Like, I don't really think Isaiah Thomas could be in our long-term plans. He's got 2 years under his deal. Obviously, he was the 6th overall pick, so he's on a great contract. Getting Josh Smith at 27 years old next to DeMarcus Cousins may be perfect, because I think I want to solidify. It was point guard in the power forward slot next to DeMarcus Cousins, and I think finding that power forward at this time period was a little tough with some of the better power forwards like Amari Stoudemire, Boozer, KG, Dirk Nowitzki, Duncan, all getting towards the end of their career. So I think getting a 27-year-old Josh Smith would be great, and I do want a very good playmaking point guard that can really set up DeMarcus Cousins, but I don't think that's going to happen in year one. So we have our draft pick. I don't really expect to be all that good. I'm just excited to see what Evans, Smith, and Cousins can do in year one. So we're the 13th seed at the end of the season. Damian Lillard is your Rookie of the Year. LeBron wins MVP. Manu 6th Man of the Year. LeBron gets Depoy. Jeff Teague is your Most Improved, and that would be Scott Brooks as the Coach of the Year. So does DeMarcus Cousins take home any NBA awards? He does not, which is a little bit of a shame. Now I will have to turn the playing tournament off. And the draft order in the offseason, so I'll get to that. So DeMarcus Cousins averaged 18.5 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay, I actually want to quickly see what his shot tendency is at, because I thought he'd be, definitely averaging more than, 18 points a game. Tyreke Evans is really good, and he'll be here to stay. But he could be traded, because I just might want somebody different. Josh Smith, I need to lower his shot 3 tendency most likely, and the rest of the team is probably going to get completely overhauled in the offseason. And to no surprise, the Heatles win it all here in 2013 like they did in real life. So I can't find the draft lottery week meeting change to go back to the prior to the 2018 rule. Which is kind of annoying. Actually, I think this could be it. I don't know. I'm going to approve that one. This might be stupid, but we'll see what happens. So it is the draft lottery time, and no, it didn't really change. But we have the 10th projected pick. I kind of forgot to turn off every team keeps their own pick, but it doesn't affect the Kings because they have their picks going forward, and that's really just what matters at the end of the day. So we'll see if we end up with 10. I'm hoping to not see our team pop up there, because that could be, huge for us. That could be franchise changing if we can end up with, I don't really know. It is the 2013 draft, but there's not a lot of great talent. Adding Giannis would be sick, or somebody like that. So we're most likely going to be picking at 10, and that is the case, unfortunately. But you know what? 10th pick, not the worst in the world. I don't think I can hire George Karl out there, but yeah, I'm going to go. Ooh, I thought that was Derrick Rose for a second, but Mike Budenholzer's a free agent. Yeah, let me snag him, because his contract could be up from Atlanta at this time, or I don't know if he was in Atlanta yet. All right, so we're going to be trading Lawrence Funderburk, who I believe kind of played for the Kings a lot earlier than 2014, but I could be wrong. James Johnson, we're getting pick 19, and Taj Gibson from the Chicago Bulls. Gibson will be a nice backup big. Now we picks 10 and 19. Okay, I went with 2 guards with my 2 first-round picks. Giannis ended up going number 1 overall to the Atlanta Hawks, but yeah, I ended up with Dennis Schroeder and CJ McCollum, 2 backcourt members there at 10 and 19. We'll sign both the second-round picks for now. So let's just go here to qualifying offers. I'm sure we're gonna have some cap space in free agency. I don't know how much. Enough for a max deal, at least. Wait, is DeMarcus Cousins a free agent? Ethan Thomas is, but I believe pretty much everybody on this team not named DeMarcus Cousins is a free agent. Oh, God, okay. So, if we want Tyreke Evans, if we want Josh Smith, I didn't even realize Josh Smith was going to be a free agent. But, yeah, I want to bring him back, so I'm going to offer him that. And then Tyreke Evans is also a free agent who I feel like I should bring back right now. Could also choose DeRozan. It is kind of sick if I did that. DeRozan is very good, and I could obviously maybe sign both. I mean, can I sign both? I don't know. I'll try it. It'd be kind of sick if I could. I think it's going to be close if I could sign all three. I'm going to... DeRozan, I don't think I could sign, unfortunately. But yeah, let me snag Evans and Smith back. Let me make sure DeRozan doesn't have any deals. I know he has 6 deals, and they're all real deals. So yeah, I'm not going to risk it. So we are not going to end up with those guys. Michael Beasley's a free agent. He's not, I think, worth it. Danny Granger, no. I think there's a chance we can try to sign somebody next year. And I think I would have been able to afford DeRozan too, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to look to sign AK-47 to a 2-year deal. He could end up being traded at one point next year as well, but he could definitely improve our defense. So we're going to sign him. Right now we have about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll start for that, or play for that. 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the rotation. I think I just want to snag one center. That could be Kendrick Perkins. No. I'm going to grab Greg Oden. And that is pretty much going to be the rotation for next year. Oden and Kirilenko are potential trade candidates during the 2014 NBA draft anyway. Play progression, DeMarcus Cousins up to a 90. Kirilenko regresses, but that's fine. We still have this big 3. I think we should be good enough to get to the playoffs next year. At least we should be. All right, so if we're going to take a look at the 2013-14 season rotation, Schroeder, Evans, Kirilenko, Smith, Cousins. We can have Gibson, Oden, Fredette, and McCollum off the bench. I'm not going to play Luke Ridnour. I'm going to go like 20 to McCollum, probably go 20 to Oden, we can go 20 to Fredette as well, 25 to Gibson. Yeah, let's go about heavy minutes to the front court, and I'm going to play 33 or give Josh Smith 33, Tyreke Evans 34. System proficiency under Mike Budenholzer is going to be 3.5 stars at the moment. Something was 4 stars, and that was grit and grind, but I'm not going to grit and grind. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year, and hopefully we see the Kings in the playoffs for the first time in a while. We can see that Tyreke Evans had 29, Smith double-double with 7 assists. Like, DeMarcus Cousins had a double-double on opening night, but only scored 14 points, and we still won by 31. There we go. We were the 2 seed in our second year, which is just amazing progress after year 1. Rudy Gay, he was a king at one point. Maybe we bring him in. I don't know. Probably not. There's really not a spot for him, as Paul George is a superstar still with the Indiana Pacers. Kyrie Irving, also a superstar with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And DeMarcus Cousins gets on NBA first team. That's what I wanted to see. 23.5 points, 12.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 49 from the field, 41 from 3, and 79 from the line. Also over a block and steal a night. I don't know if we'll get any other Sacramento Kings, and we do not. I just kind of wanted to see that really quickly. So yeah, we're back to the old playoff format. And we have to face the Thunder in round 1. I mean, they don't have Harden, but they have Russ, Kevin Martin, Kevin Durant. Shout out to the Kevin Wings. Ibaka, Kenyon Martin. They have all the Martins. Like, this is a scary team to play. It really is. I don't feel comfortable going up against. Why is that the 7th seed? How are they not a 1 seed? I don't know, but Josh Smith averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, over a steal and 2 blocks a night, 48 from the field, 32 from 3, 72 from the line. He wasn't, I don't know. Maybe there's a Josh Smith trade down the line. DeMarcus Cousins, I tried re-signing him at the deadline, but he wanted to test free agency. It looks like Tyreke Evans, that's pretty much what he's going to be at. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 49, 40, 86 splits. Jimmer Fredette, 11.5 points, 3 assists, 45 from the field, 42 from 3, and 82 from the line. Dennis Schroeder, as a rookie, not too bad. Wonder if he'll take a jump next year, or if we need to look for a different point guard, because I think that was still one of my goals, was to get a good playmaking point guard, somebody that can average around 7, 8, 9 assists a night and can set up DeMarcus Cousins on a nightly basis. But we end up losing game 1. I'm very nervous in this series. We do win game 2 by 12 points. Kirilenko gives me 22, Cousins 21 and 11, CJ McCollum 18 points. Okay, he shot, like, he was amazing from 3 this year in his rookie season. Can we win game 3? We cannot. We're down 2-1. Kevin Durant drops 52. Kirilenko, I signed you for your defense, and you're letting... I mean, no one can stop KD, but come on. Give me something. Cousins drops 33 there. He hasn't been all that in the playoffs. I don't know if he's just not been shooting enough, because his efficiency's not too bad. But, like, Cousins, give me 30 a night on a consistent basis. Josh Smith gives me 31 and 12 here. Like, yeah, Cousins, 12 shots, okay. Goes 4 for 12. We're up 3 games to 2, and, of course, they force a game 7. I'll never win. All right, so Game 7, it's going to be in Sacramento. Can DeMarcus Cousins lead the Kings to victory, or are we going to get upset by a 7th seed? And it looks like it's going to be the latter, unless we come back here in the second half. We have a great third quarter, and we don't blow it in the fourth. We outscore them by 22 points in the second half. Evans gives me 24, Cousins 21 and 8, and we're moving on to round 2 to take on the, I would assume, Mob City Clips. Yep, the Lob City Clippers, who were my last realistic rebuild, or excuse me, historic rebuild. I don't know why I said realistic. We take home a game 1 victory by 15 points. Cousins goes off, so does Josh Smith and Tyreek Evans. All right, on to game 2. We pick up the victory. Let's go by 14 points. Come on, Cousins. I just need you to dominate this series. Let's go up 3-0. Let's go. We win by 1 point. You know, if you win the close ones, you're going to be chilling, and we end up sweeping them. We win by 6 here. Evans gives me 34 points in the elimination game. Now we're taking on the Pelicans, who have Eric Gordon. Oh, they signed Dwight Howard from the Lakers. And they have Anthony Davis, who's would be in his second year and is a superstar, basically. They got Ryan Anderson off the bench, Robin Lopez. They have a great big man rotation. But yeah, here we are. 1 seed versus 2 seed. You got 1 seed versus 2 seed here. Holiday is now on the Pacers. They have PG, Granger, West, Roy Hibbert. Who's on this Nets team? Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Wallace, Millsap they signed. And they got Brook Lopez. I guess instead of joining Atlanta, he joined Brooklyn. Yeah, I think they were Brooklyn. This might have been the last year in New Jersey. No, I think this was Brooklyn. Yeah, it definitely was. All right, so game 1 against the Pelicans. We end up losing by 1 point. Oh, should I say you got to win the close ones? Why isn't that? It's probably not going to happen to us. But we blow them out in game 2. Evans gives me 31. Josh Smith gives me 29. Can we win game 3? Yes, we can. That's a massive win by 2 points. Let's go. You got to win the close ones. The big 3 combined for 73 points. Let's go up 3-1. Let's go! We win by 4 games, and here we are. Can we win by or in 5? Okay, well, that sucks a little bit. Can we win in 6? If it is close, I am going to hop in because I feel like 2K loves making me go through game 7s. They did it with me in round 1 against the Thunder, and I have a feeling it's going to happen here. But we might hold on to this victory. Yeah, we are going to end up beating them by 6 points. A great fourth quarter by us. Cousins gives me 25, 11, and 6. Evans with 22 and 7. And here we are moving on to the NBA Finals in year 2. And we're taking on the Indiana Pacers. DeMarcus Cousins versus Paul George. Paul George definitely had more success in Indiana than Cousins did in Sacramento. But we win game 1. Okay, Josh Smith, 27, 10, and 7. DeMarcus Cousins, 23 and 14. Can we win game 2? Yes, we can. We win by 16. Evans gives me 33. Cousins been averaging 20.7. Evans has been averaging 21.5 points. And Schroeder's about 12 and 6. How much has Josh Smith been averaging? 18.5. Can we go up 3-0? That is insane. Let's go. We end up beating them 144-138. And the Sacramento Kings in year 2 have a chance to sweep the NBA Finals, which would just be a hell of an accomplishment for this team. I'd be very happy going into year 3, not having that stress that I definitely need to win a championship. We end up, okay, I'm getting cocky, though. I am getting cocky. It's still a series. Like, we just end up losing by 28. There's a chance they beat us here in game 5. They beat us in game 6. And we have to go to a game 7. But it's looking like it might be a close fourth quarter finish. Nope. We are going to be picking up the victory as long as I don't blow this 11-point lead. So in this game that we ended up winning, we are going to hold them under 100 points, or at least we should, which is kind of crazy. Tyreek Evans has 2, now 3 points, and we have a double-digit lead. So who kind of stepped up? It was DeMarcus Cousins, 23 and 10. Josh Smith with 18, 10, and 5. Man, I miss seeing DeMarcus Cousins. I believe that was his number 15 in Sacramento. It's just like, it sucks because when he got traded to the Pelicans, him and AD and Drew Holiday, they were going to finally make the playoffs. That was the year the Pelicans, I think, swept the Blazers in round 1 or something like that. But DeMarcus Cousins, like, tore his Achilles or his ACL in that game and then got hurt the next year. AK-47 for 3. Oh, shit. But yeah, and then he got hurt. He tore his ACL with the Lakers and then just never panned out for the Warriors. He got hurt, I think, with the Pelicans. Ended up being a free agent, joining a 1-year or signing a 1-year deal with the Warriors. Didn't really play all that well for them. Signed with the Lakers. Got hurt before the season started, like out for the whole year. Then I think he ended up being on the Clippers, I think. And then he signed with the Bucks. I don't know if there was a team in between, but he signed with the Bucks and was actually not too bad this year. And then unfortunately they let him go, which is weird. I don't think a team has picked him up yet. I have a weird feeling it was like the Mavericks did. No, I don't know if he's been picked up yet. I could be completely wrong that he is currently on a team, but it's weird that maybe a team that could use some big man depth doesn't really want to take the chance on him on a 10-day or just a minimum. Like, I don't know. Like, you're really telling me Indiana can use some big man depth there? I know they're not really competing too much right now. Or Toronto, and I could sound dumb, and one of those teams could literally have them right now, and I didn't know that. I'm actually going to look it up after I finish this game. Or even, like, Dallas, Utah can use, like, a backup center. I don't know. Just somebody that doesn't even need to be, like, your main center, but centers are pretty much the most primed injured position in the league. Like, centers get hurt. They're big guys. They're lanky. They're not really, the most, like, I guess, stable there at that position. So having a good third or fourth center is always viable. Schroeder was fourth in points and first in assists with rookies this year. He did average 7 assists. I don't think that even said playoffs too. So maybe Schroeder is our point guard to stay. I mean, we are going to end up beating the Pacers in 5 games and winning the NBA championship. How do you not catch that? And that was our ball. What? But I'm glad I got DeMarcus Cousins a ring. It was a shame. It was robbery that we didn't get to see DeMarcus Cousins, prime DeMarcus Cousins, in the playoffs. And he would have just lit up the court every single night. Like, I'm literally looking up DeMarcus Cousins' name right now. I don't think he's on a team. I don't, sadly. Yeah, he hasn't been picked up, I think, since Milwaukee. Yeah, January 6th, he was waived. He has yet to be picked up. And the Sacramento Kings win it all with DeMarcus Cousins getting your finals MVP. So going on to our third and final year since we won a championship, I don't really have that pressure to win it all, so I can kind of make some interesting moves with this team and how I want to build it. So we do have the 30th pick, and I guess in hindsight, I should have traded this pick, but I didn't honestly expect to win it all. I thought we were going to be a top seed in the West, but winning it all, I didn't really expect that. So I can't really take on too much money because I need to afford to bring back DeMarcus Cousins. I do want to see if I can upgrade the small forward spot with, like, Kirilenko and a first-round pick. Ooh, Chandler Parsons, I think, would be a phenomenal pickup. I don't mind trading 2 first-round picks for that. Yeah, let's pick up Chandler Parsons from Utah, who went from Houston, I believe, to Memphis or Dallas and then Memphis. No. Yeah, Dallas and Memphis, and he had the bad contract there. I don't know. I honestly completely forgot about Chandler Parsons. I think he was a second-round pick. So qualifying offers, yeah, we don't really have any to give out here. The only thing I really need to do is bring back DeMarcus Cousins, who we have bird rights on or with, perfect. And now we actually have no money to kind of sign him, but we have bird rights, which is perfect. So we're going to pick him up. We don't have bird rights on Jimmer Fredette. Oh, just kidding, we do. I'm going to give him about $15 million a year. There's a chance I could trade him. Is Parsons making a ton of money? He's making $20 million. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good with this team. We can have Kirilenko leave, but we can have Parsons come in. This team won a championship last year. I think we're cool with Dennis Schroeder. Like, I don't really think I need to end up moving him. But if I were going to move Aaron Brooks and Jimmer Fredette, I don't think I can find an upgraded point guard. Like, Nate Robinson, good, but I don't really think he's like a true upgrade over Dennis Schroeder. So we could pick up Jose Calderon, but he's 33 years old. I could bring back Isaiah Thomas and Tobias Harris for these 3 point guards. Now, we're going to keep the team nowadays. I can bring in Mo Will and Brandon Knight. No, I'm going to keep it with Dennis Schroeder. He helped us win a championship last year. And yeah, here's the team. I'm very excited about it next year, and I think we can go back to back. So our 2014-15 season, that's pretty much going to be the starting 5. I think Gibson and Odin can get about 20 minutes a night. I'm also going to go, I think, 23 to McCollum. And then I'm going to give about 20 minutes here to Jimmer Fredette. I'm not going to play Aaron Brooks. And then for the starting 5, we can go like 35, 33, 33, 30, 26 for now. And actually, you know what? We're just going to go 20 minutes, everybody off the bench, so I can give Schroeder at least 29 minutes. So that'll be it for me. We're 4-star balance. Let's go out and win the 2015 NBA Finals and end this video winning back-to-back. That'd be pretty sick. And we were the 1 seed at the end of the season, so we have a real chance at going back-to-back, which is just music to my ears. We go 65-17. DeMarcus Cousins takes home all NBA first-team honors. A very similar season this year to what he did last year. I don't know if we're going to get anybody else. And we do get Josh Smith on all defensive first team, which I think is like the first time we've seen that from him, or at least any all defensive teams. No, he did get all defensive second team last year. I just missed it. I do apologize. Wait, he was also all NBA third team last year? And I missed that too? Wow, I'm blind. All right, we do have the Pelicans, who had the #1 pick in the draft from the Lakers, and they took Nikola Jokic. All right. They just have, like I said, the best big man depth in the league. Ryan Anderson, Nikola Jokic, Robin Lopez, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard. It's just kind of insane what they're doing over there in New Orleans. So it's going to be a very tough test in round 1. So we also had double-digit scores from Tyreke Evans, Josh Smith, Dennis Schroeder, CJ McCollum, and Chandler Parsons, who maybe wasn't as good as I thought he would be. And he had the worst free throw shooting I've ever seen from a small forward. I do want to quickly check his shot tendency, and it is at a 66, so we can up that just a little bit to like a 73. Might lower these guys a little bit as well, and for that, we can actually definitely lower that. So let's see if we can knock off the Pelicans in round 1. I don't know if they would still be the Hornets at this time. DeMarcus Cousins almost has a 28-point triple-double in game 1. He dominates. So yeah, it's really like our big men, like Odin, Gibson, Cousins, and Josh Smith going up against Davis, Howard, Lopez, Anderson, Jokic. Wow, they have such a good big man team. Like, that's when you trade Ryan Anderson for like a point guard or something. But we're up 2-0. We end up going up 3-0. Yeah, here were the numbers. Evan gave me 25 in game 2. How many did we win by? Just 1 in game 2. Wow, and in game 3 we win by 2. 5-1-2. Oh my God. Have we been getting lucky? Possibly. That is kind of crazy. And let's see, can we win in 5? We cannot. They end up winning by 2 points. Every game has been a close one. This has been a phenomenal series, and we end up winning in 5, but this time it wasn't a close one. We end up winning by 30 points. All right, and then we got the Golden State Warriors, who are coming into their own with the Splash Brothers. They got Harrison Barnes. Pau Gasol, who I feel like was a Warrior. I can't see his former teams, but no, maybe I'm thinking of like his time in Chicago. They also still have Andrew Bogut. They have Jose Calderon. They still have David Lee. They got James Johnson now, a former King. So that's a very tough matchup here in round 2. We do pick up the win, though. That's what I'm talking about. We blow them out by 32 points. DeMarcus Cousins, 37, 13, and 5. Also 4 steals. Those are the numbers I want to see from him in the playoffs. Let's see what happens here in game 2. We pick up the L by 4 points. Damn, 5 points away from being up 3-0. And okay, you know what? I'll take it. We end up, that could be a trade-off. We win by 2 in overtime. We blow it in the 4th quarter completely. But you know what? A win is a win. I don't care. And we're up 3-1. We beat them by 12. Cousins with 28. Or excuse me, Evans with 28. Cousins with 23. Josh Smith with 22. And then we end up winning back-to-back series in 5 games. We win this one by 3. Parsons, Smith, and McCollum all scored 17. Evans has been averaging 20 in these playoffs. And we are going to be taking on, I wouldn't have minded the 2-seed Spurs, but we got the 6-seeded Nuggets who have Ty Lawson, Andre Iguodala, Danilo Gallinari, Kenneth Faried, and JaVale McGee. Corey Brewer, Patrick Patterson, Evan Fournier, Randy Foye, remember him? They got Reggie Bullock. We should beat them. I don't really think they're that good. We beat them by 8. His Cousins gives me 38 and 14. Evans with 31. Josh Smith with 21, 7 and 7. Can we win game 2? We cannot. We lose by 3. I feel like every game 2 in these playoffs has been so close. Game 2 in round 1, won by 1. Game 2 in round 2, lost by 4. And then game 2 in round 3, lost by 3. Would you look at that? Game number 3, though, we end up winning by... we just won by 65 points. Oh, my goodness. That is actually absurd. 65-point victory. Chandler Parsons breaks out for 34. Josh Smith, 25, 12, and 6. Evans with 28. Cousins had 13, 11, 6, and 3. On to game 4 as we pick up the win. And are we going to win all 3 games? Or excuse me, all 3 series in 5. That could definitely happen. And that is the case. And we have a rematch. Okay, so we win by 17 here of last year's NBA Finals. Kings versus Pacers. They haven't really changed anything to their starting 5. They still have George Hill, Ryan Hollins, Matt Barnes, Matt Bonner. The Red Rocket is there. We win game 1. Okay, every game 2 has been close. Is it going to be a close game 2 here? We do pick up the win. Nope, we blow them out by 25 points. Let's go up 3-0. Let's go. We have been dominating these playoffs. And you know what? Let's pull up the sweep. Okay, are we going to win every series in 5? No, they do force a game 6. Game 4, we end up losing by 26. Game 5, we lost by 1. Please don't force a game 6. Nope, we end up winning the 2015 NBA Finals in 6 games. Josh Smith is your Finals MVP. So the Kings with DeMarcus Cousins never made the playoffs once. But me with DeMarcus Cousins, we just won back-to-back finals. So yeah, that was a nice little historic rebuild for you guys. Let me know what other teams you'd like to see. I actually really enjoy doing ones in the 2010s because these are teams that we saw not too long ago. And this was kind of me growing up. Like, I grew up knowing DeMarcus Cousins on the Kings, and I'll remember how much he dominated there and how badly the front office and ownership was able to build a championship or even a playoff contention team around him. They made some really dumb moves. They made some horrible draft picks. Like, oh my God, that trade where they wanted to get off like the Carl Landry contract, so they gave their first round pick to the Sixers, and they ended up using that to get Fultz. I mean, that pick ended up being 14 when they barely missed the playoffs in 2019, and ended up being Langford. But like, how many picks that were terrible after DeMarcus Cousins we can count? Thomas Robinson, terrible pick. Jimmer Fredette, didn't work out. Ben McLemore, Nick Stauskas, Willie Cauley-Stein, Papagiannis, Marquise Chris. Pretty much every pick leading up until De'Aaron Fox just really didn't work out at all. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below, who you want to see next. Hope you guys did enjoy. Shout out to you Kings fans. You guys are very loyal. Hopefully you make the playoffs sooner than later. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.